Hello everybody, today is Friday, December 11th, 2020. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, and we're here to talk about the video game news that has been going on this week. Let's get you guys caught up, because there's a lot going on. If you can't tell, I am extremely tired, because I've been playing Cyberpunk, and then the Game Awards happened. So let's jump in. Let's talk about the Game Awards. First things first, the biggest winners and losers, if you care about the actual awards that are given out. There's a lot to break down, actually, and the thing that swept the most awards was The Last of Us Part 2. It won Best Narrative, Best Directing, Best Performance, Audio Design, Accessibility, Action Adventure Game, and, of course, it scooped the Game of the Year award. I'm very over the conversation around this game, but I still didn't expect like that big of a shutout, but it is interesting. Other big scoopers were Final Fantasy VII, which scored Best RPG, obviously, and Best Score and Music. Well deserved, if you ask me. Hades also scooped. I actually thought Hades would pick up a bit more as kind of like the underdog, but Hades picked up Best Action and Best Indie Game. And then Ghost of Tsushima picked up Best Art Direction, and it was the community vote choice. I think Ghost of Tsushima should have picked up a couple of more awards, but that's just me. And then on the other side of things, because it came out later last year, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was up for the runnings, but unfortunately it was a pretty big loser. It did not pick up anything. Also, I believe Ori and the Will of the Wisps deserved more, and Doom Eternal was pretty quiet. Doom Eternal didn't really scoop up much awards either. Generally, every aspect was celebrated. There were community wins, there were multiplayer game wins, VR was recognized with Half-Life Alyx winning. In years prior, people didn't put a lot of stock in these awards, and now I see more and more people arguing about them. I think it's just because people like arguing online. But ultimately, whether it's this award show or another one like ours that we're working on, I would say just all you can do is use it as maybe recognizing a game that you didn't hear of or you didn't have much interest in. Like a lot of people now are probably like, oh, Hades, huh? I should check that out. And I think that's a win. But there you have it. And in just a second, we're going to talk about the actual announcements from the award show. Next up, this episode is brought to you by Vessi, the comfortable, dependable, accessible shoe company that's had our back for a while now. They look and feel fantastic. They're super comfy daily drivers for me personally, especially now that things are getting a little crappier outside. We don't have snow here yet, but it's coming, and I'm looking forward to wearing these in the snow because I don't like wearing boots and because these are completely waterproof. That is, of course, yes, while being a knit shoe. They are incredibly breathable, yet weatherproof. It's crazy, but it's this Dymatex dual climate knit material, and it's also just really good if you're like me and you have bad luck and you step in puddles a lot. Your socks stay dry. My pair right here is very used up, but they're good. They're super stretchy, easy to put on. You leave them by the door. And because it's relevant, they make really good holiday gifts. I got 2 pairs for my parents for Christmas. So if you want to check them out, be sure to click the link in the description down below and use our code gameranx to get $25 off your order. Definitely click it down there. It's vessi.com/gameranx, and thanks to Vessi for sponsoring our videos. Thank you for that. It helps us keep the lights on, but let's talk about some of the announcements from the Game Awards. Thank you for that. It helps us keep the lights on, but let's talk about some of the announcements from the Game Awards. That's usually the big thing to come out of this, and it was a quiet year, I think, because on all fronts, because of everything going on, I'm glad that we still got some stuff, but there was nothing super blowout, at least for me personally, but there is a lot to break down. First, Sephiroth is coming to Smash, and then also, Master Chief is coming to Fortnite. What a wild, wild world we live in. Where's Goku? But then the actual game announcements and stuff were very interesting. I can't talk about everything, but we're just talking about some of our favorites here. We'll link all of the information, and as well as everything else I talk about, in the description below. But we did get EA announcing Dragon Age, showing us a little bit more of the next Dragon Age game. Looks pretty exciting, still just kind of pre-rendered cinematic stuff. And then we also got a pre-rendered cinematic thing announcing that Mass Effect will return. Mass Effect, a new Mass Effect, is in the early stages of production. And there you have it. Seemingly alluding to like a return of seemingly some crew members from the original trilogy. I don't know really what's going on here. I have a lot of Mass Effect friends that have speculated all kinds of things, whether it's part of the exploration initiative stuff from Andromeda, or is it like a prequel? What's going on? I don't know. I just didn't expect them to come out and announce this. I think BioWare has a lot of other things it needs to figure out. But hey, new Mass Effect. Fingers crossed it's good, because you know what? I love Mass Effect. We also got a game called Season coming for PlayStation. It just seems like a really cool blend of post-apocalyptic stuff with a cool art style, and it's like a bike-riding exploration game. We got Back 4 Blood gameplay, and it very much looks like the return of Left 4 Dead that a lot of you have been wanting. Ark 2. Where do you want to start with Ark?
People like Ark so much
that they put Vin Diesel in it.
They put Vin Diesel in an Ark game and not a Turok game.
I watched that trailer, that stupid, first of all, like really like weird janky trailer for like 2 minutes straight, thinking, I was like, holy shit, they're making a new Turok game and it's Vin Diesel. That's stupid, but it just might work. And then they announced that it's a new Ark game starring Vin Diesel. Okay, dude. We also got the new Glenn Schofield Studios game, Callisto, is that how it's called? Callisto Protocol, which, wow. So Glenn Schofield was one of the guys behind the original Dead Space, and now we're getting what essentially is a spiritual new Dead Space game. They're talking about how they're trying to make this the scariest game ever. All we got was a cinematic, but it was cool as hell. Spooky space jail. I'm all about it. Also, they're making Evil Dead the game, which I was skeptical up until the point where they showed gameplay. Yeah. They showed gameplay, and you can play as Ash, and you can kill shit. Yes, thank you.
Remember what's her face from Ash vs. Evil Dead in it?
Yeah. Do you remember like PS2, Xbox? There were like Evil Dead things. Then we also got a game called Evil West, which is like a kind of a cult, kind of horror cowboy action looking game from Focus Home. Whatever the hell it is, I like those weird ass Focus Home games, and this looks 2000s as hell, and I'm all about it. Also, all of the Yakuza games are coming to PC, which I think is worth celebrating for you PC gamers out there. That's Steam, especially. Super dope. And we got an announcement that the initiative, that studio, that newer studio, is working on Perfect Dark. Yes, the rumors have kind of been true. Xbox, and I guess probably PC with how it works, is getting a new Perfect Dark game. This is a very hype teaser trailer, because the whole time I was watching it, I was like, what are they talking about? And then like it pans up to Joanna Dark, and I was like, oh shit. So that, yeah, cool. So that's what we have time to talk about. Like I said, cool year. Nothing ground blowing, mind blowing.
Ground blowing.
Do you blow the ground?
Blew the ground out from beneath my feet.
I hate you. And of course, like, this is a news show, so we couldn't not talk about the newest game releasing this week, Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, it's out. I've seen it with my own eyes. I got a little bit early access to it. I've been playing it since Wednesday. I thought the first round of reviews that came out where they couldn't show gameplay, totally bullshit. But now that people have been playing it and getting their hands on it, does it live up to the hype? I would say, me personally, like the before you buy, I'm working on it. It's coming out soon. But so far, very fun game. Really cool stuff. Very much enjoyed my time with it. I don't think it's a game to end all games. I think there are some cracks showing, some promises that Cyberpunk, that CD Projekt Red did not totally meet. But a good time nonetheless. But I'm playing on PC, and it seems like the base PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions of the game have released in an unacceptable state. Like straight up. We have seen PS4 gameplay here on our TV. We also got Xbox gameplay from one of the guys that works with us. It is rough, really rough, and just not good for people who still have a base console. Can't shame those people. A lot of people out there technically that do. And this is a game that was developed for that generation, and they got totally shafted. It looks so bad. It is a completely different world on PC. PS4 Pro, Xbox One X version seem to be okay, and then the games running backwards compatible on the next generation consoles seem fine. But I really, really hope that stuff gets fixed and cleaned up quickly. I understand the circumstances, but the game has also had a very, very long time to get its shit together. This game has been worked on for years and years and delayed. So I'm really hoping that they can clean things up quick, because underneath that, there's a really cool story, a very interestingly designed, incredible world worth seeing. So I just hope it all works out. But that's keeping you guys posted, throwing some gameplay up here. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled for the before you buy. It actually may be out by the time you're watching this video, so click it. I'm crazy. I'm so tired. I'm losing my mind. But another story we wanted to talk about is Nintendo. You probably noticed that Nintendo was trending this week on various social media platforms, and not for good reason. First, they were already in hot water because of some tournament shenanigans going on this year, but the thing I want to talk about is the Joy-Con situation. So Captain Alex designed these Joy-Cons to kind of like memorialize and celebrate the YouTube and content creator Etika. As many of you know, unfortunately, he took his life in 2019, and a lot of the proceeds were going to go towards a mental health charity organization. And Nintendo came down hard and shut it down. They can, of course, pursue their copyrights, their trademarks, stuff like that. They're a big company. But I think I would have preferred like a little bit more grace from them. So Japanese corporations, Japanese corporate culture, they come down hard, man. They do not mess around. They are by the book. But it's a shame that this had to happen this way. It did not foster any more goodwill with people who have already been a little pissed off by Nintendo lately. Captain Alex has been able to get new fundraising through crowdfunding and essentially come out with a version of the Joy-Cons that don't say Joy-Con Boys on them. So, okay, but like at the very least, Nintendo could have said, hey, technically we have to shut this down, but we are going to donate to this charity, or we are going to spearhead something. I wish they could have done that and put a little bit more backing behind this, because technically it is a good cause. Suicide prevention, mental health positivity, and good health is worth backing. So I just wanted to give light to this story, and also link in the description below the JED Foundation. This is a mental health organization, charity, that is worth checking out, supporting if you can. Figured it was a good time to highlight that. In light of just trashing Nintendo, I could have at least brought this to the forefront, you know? Just trying to make a little positivity out there. That's all I try to do here. Anyway, thank you guys for coming around. We got to go back to making more Cyberpunk 2077 videos because people are hungry for information. If they're playing the game, they want tips, all the details. So keep your eyes peeled for a bunch of Cyberpunk videos. We're going to go nuts for the next couple days. But thank you for watching. I do want to know what you guys think about all the stories this week. If you are playing Cyberpunk, I would love to hear your experience and what platform you're playing on, because things vary so much. Also, the Game Awards, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be arguing about the Game Awards and the results down in the comments, but ultimately I want to hear from the announcements. What did you love the most? Are you excited for Perfect Dark? Are you happy about a new Dead Space inspired game? That's Sony indie game, some cool indie games. Like, what are you looking forward to the most? Let's talk about anything down there in the comments. I want to hear from you. Things get a little crazy though, so if you want to yell at me directly, be sure to find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino and youtube.com/Jake Baldino. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching every Friday. We got a couple more shows before the year wraps up. So we'll see you soon. Clicking the like button helps me out, helps us out. We really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.